Hello everybody, good evening. We're speaking to you from Sydney on this very cold winter's night. Hopefully in the next couple of days it'll be more warmer and as spring comes on. But regardless, welcome along because we've got some hot stuff to tell you about. I'm Geoff and this is Akiko. And our story starts back in April 2015 when Dan Dauld visited our home. Just the day before I'd injured my right foot and it was badly swollen and impossible to put any weight on it. And if I did, it would have been very, very painful. So Dan put some of the Renew 28 on it, and to my utter amazement, within 15 minutes, the foot, which had swollen to about twice its normal size, shrunk back to normal. And I found when I stood on it that there was no pain, and the pain never, ever came back. So I said to Dan at the time, well, you don't need to talk anymore. We're in. And if the liquid is half as good as the gel, it must be fabulous. And I can tell you that was the start of our journey, and we've never had any regrets. And both Akiko and I have enjoyed the benefits of both the gel and the liquid for 3 years now. And we have many testimonies of how it's helped us over that period of time. What I love about ASEA also is the company in itself and the ethos and integrity of founding directors, Vertus and his son, Vertus and, goodness gracious me, Vertus and Tyler Norton, sorry about that. Although I see myself primarily as an accountant, I have a fairly large accounting practice in Sydney. I have been involved with direct marketing in the past, and both of them failed really because of the mismanagement and lack of integrity by the corporations involved. And I do not find that at all with ASEA. As a matter of fact, I am extremely impressed with the ethos of that ASEA promotes amongst its members. And as I've said, having suffered before, this really has impressed me a lot. ASEA, of course, is the global leader in redox signalling based health and anti-aging products. After 10 years of research, the company launched in 2010. The company has enjoyed significant growth every year. Financially strong, and they actually expect to exceed $100 million in sales in this coming year. The company is perfectly positioned ahead of the growth that will come in the next 3 years in the health, wellness and anti-aging industries. We are in the top 3 of the world's largest industries: health, beauty and athletic performance. Currently, there are over 30 different countries where ASEA products are, and recently they've launched in Southeast Asia, in Hong Kong, the Philippines, Thailand, Taiwan and Singapore, and we expect really great growth from those particular areas. The growth of ASEA manifests itself from their amazing products. Excuse me. Where you feel better with the liquid, which starts from the inside out, and the gel from the outside in. The scientific validation of the products also increases daily, with over 14,000 published reports from hospitals, doctors and universities. There have been 4 Nobel Prizes awarded for those who have researched redox signaling molecules, the basis of all the ASEA products. Now we're going to show you a quick PowerPoint presentation here, which starts, we were supposed to have this organised. Where are we? Here we go. ASEA, of course, is the greatest scientific and medical breakthrough of our time.
After extensive research, laboratory testing and millions of dollars, a team of scientists achieved the impossible. They stabilized redox signaling molecules outside of the body in perfect balance as they are found in healthy cells. ASEA's patented three-step processes are: step 1, they use pristine salt water, same as found inside your cells. Step 2, salt water gets broken down into free floating atoms. Step 3, atoms are restructured into stabilized redox signaling molecules. Redox signaling molecules are vital to life and health. Naturally produced inside every cell, detect cell damage so they can be repaired or replaced. Increase the cell's production of glutathione, the most powerful antioxidant that protects against cell damage and oxidative stress. Fundamental for the immune system, protecting against harmful bacteria, viruses, and infection. Helps to maintain the elasticity of the lining of our blood vessels within our vascular system during changes in blood pressure.
As we age, our cells produce fewer and fewer of these molecules every year. When we reach puberty, about that time, we've just got the right balance of redox signaling molecules and our cells. And that's why young children can run all day and not feel stiff or sore the next day. But unfortunately, after that time, our bodies start to make fewer and fewer of redox signaling molecules. And of course, we're exposed to the pollutions of the century that we live in. I believe that because of our exposure to what we eat, what we drink, what we touch, what we're exposed to as far as radiation concerned, our body ages. And the poor old redox signaling molecules, there's just not enough of them to go around to do the repair and the rejuvenation that they were designed to do. Hence, we age. There's a lot of scientific validation in regard to the company. An independent company, Churret Laboratories, was engaged to conduct a gene study on ASEA's redox product. Based in Salt Lake City, Utah, the company provides premium genetic laboratory services to researchers of medical genetics. Its president and founder, Dr. Kenneth Ward, MD, is a professor of obstetrics, gynecology, and human genetics. He is chairman of the Department of Women's Health at the University of Hawaii and founder of the University of Utah's DNA Diagnostic Laboratory. The company, using double-blind placebo techniques on 60 people with an average age of 35, conducted a gene study over 8 weeks in regard to the effects of ASEA redox. Through our signalling pathways, our cells are directed by our genes. Without these pathways, they would not be able to perform their life-sustaining tasks. Results show that 20 to 31% improvement in signalling pathways of each participant on ASEA. Now that's amazing. Let me put it a different way. What are these signalling pathways? Well, they are our natural immune system, our inflammation reduction, the cardiovascular system, the digestive system, and hormones. So these are the 5 major gene signalling pathways that were tested. And if you think about it, if each of those was increased and improved by 20 to 31%, that's amazing with just the one product, all in the one product. I find is amazing. There's nothing you could get in a health food store or in a chemist shop that could do that. The Huffington Post said in June 13th, 2016, that there are 5 emerging technologies in science that will shape our lives in the coming years. They are 1, organic electronics, 2, nutrigenomics, synthetic biology with number 3, and number 5 is neuromorphic engineering. Now, for those of you that are paying attention, and I know you all are, I've left out number 4. So what is number 4? Well, let's see. It's redox signaling technology. And they said that new technology is emerging that inserts healthy redox signalling molecules into your body, helping to repair and replenish your aging cells. So the only company in the world that sells or has redox signalling technology is, of course, ASEA, the world's first and only redox signalling supplement. Top athletes use ASEA, and many of these were in the Olympic Games, including Bridget Larson and Cody Miller, both who won medals at the last Olympics. But there are many, many more. I've just chosen a few. The other one that you may have heard of is Eddie Hall, the world's strongest man. And why do so many athletes getting onto these products? It's because ASEA contains no land substances and empowers athletes to experience remarkable improvements in endurance, strength, recovery, and mental stamina. And there are many university tests that verify that statement.
ASEA is the only place in the world where you can get these exclusive breakthrough certified products, certified by a company called BioAgilytix, which is the world leader in bioanalysis of molecules, and proven by this company to be 100% safe, non-toxic, native to the body, gluten-free, cruelty-free, clinically tested, quality assured, no parabens, no artificial colors, no animal-based ingredients, no sulfates, no propylene glycol. Products you can trust. Renew 28 is whole body therapy at the cellular level. Simple, safe, proven, affordable, and effective. Only 4 simple ingredients: water, sodium chloride, sodium magnesium fluorosilicate, monosodium phosphate. Renew Advanced is the most advanced face and whole body revitalizing skincare system available, and only redox signaling skincare system in the world. The Renew 28 Intensive Redox Serum provides redox signaling molecules for the skin. The cleanser and moisturizer rejuvenates the skin and increases the effect of Renew 28 and the redox serum.
There has been for a long time a huge cover-up in regard to personal cosmetic products. If you really go into it, you'll find that many of them are toxic. Some cause biological mutation, others reproductive complications, and can cause tumours, whereas Renew 28 contains 0 harmful chemicals.
Renew 28 was tested by and awarded the coveted 5-star stamp of approval from the Dermatist Research Institute, a respected global company based in Germany. The tests were performed using high-resolution cameras and showed amazing results. Independent clinical studies over 4 weeks showed skin cell renewal to have improved 16%, smoothness improved 23%, wrinkles reduced by 23%, elasticity improved by 20%, and amazingly blood flow improved by 50%. So that means more oxygen gets provided to the area where you apply Renew 28. We often ask people who have a sore or stiff area to apply Renew 28 3 times in 5 minutes and see the difference before and after the application. Usually, excuse me, degree of stiffness or soreness have reduced a lot or have totally disappeared. So yes, that's the result of increased blood flow.
We have used these products, and we're very religious about it, really. We certainly take the liquid every day and every evening, and we both apply the Renew 28 to our skin. And many people who see us say, well, look, we don't really look our ages, and how every year they see us, we look younger. No, I'm no Brad Pitt, but I do surprise people when I tell them my age, which is 77, and I don't think you should ever tell a lady's age, but in this case, we'll make an exception. Akiko is 61, and I think you might agree we're holding on pretty well. Of course, it's 100% safe and non-toxic. Here we are, some of the examples of people that were tested, and this young lady had that scar on her nose since she was 3 years of age, but after 28 days, disappeared, presto. This young man had an obvious skin disorder, and it hasn't all disappeared, but after 28 days, wow, there's certainly a difference, isn't there? This lady is called Rosie, and she comes from Austin, Texas. And her naturopath took a photograph of her and suggested she apply Renew 28 to her face. After 28 days, she actually rang him and said, well, look, I know I'm 80 years of age, but it hasn't made any difference at all. And he said, come in and I'll take another photograph. He did just that. And when she saw the difference, obviously she went back onto the product. This is Marty, a veterinary scientist, and he thought he'd be very scientific and just applied it to half his face. You can easily tell the difference after 28 days. This is another doctor who's obviously got a bit of a skin problem there, and this is before and after 28 days. This is rather cheeky, but after 6 weeks of application, a big improvement in wrinkles. Another problem of the legs, you see, the thing is with the SIA or with the Renew 28, it's not just purely for the face. You can put it in many different parts of your body, including the thigh, and that's an amazing difference, is it not? And this is a lady with what they call tuck-shop lady arms, and I think this is incredible. Just look at the difference after 28 days. And there we are, somebody with stretch marks after 28 days, and that's it after. You know, the thing is, a picture's worth 1,000 words, isn't it?
Is it placebo? Animals can't have placebo effect, can't they? This is our friend, Stevie's cat. The cat had flea infestation, and after 14 days of him applying Renew 28, he didn't do it religiously, he did it on and off, but after that, the cat healed like this. And before that, he took the cat to the vet, and he got quoted about $2,000 for treating this condition. And I have heard of another example. It's an American lady who has a dog. The dog came home limping, his leg was injured. She took him to the vet. The vet quoted $5,000 or even $12,000 for emergency surgery, and he couldn't even guarantee the result. The lady said, there's something I'd like to try before that. And she applied Renew 28 on the dog's leg for 1 month, and the injury healed. So she saved a lot of money with vet fee.
As well as the dog's leg, of course.
This is Geoff. He fell down the stairs again in overseas trip and took a selfie. And he looked like that on the left photo. And by the time he came back, 2 days later, the bruise extended down to his chin, and he really looked like Phantom of the Opera. But after 28 days of applying Renew 28, he healed like this.
I'd now like to tell you about ASEA Via Source, which is the last product issued by ASEA. Well, let me explain about it. While redox is the labour force, via source is the materials, that is, the nutrition. One can't really work without the other. As you know, if you're building a building, you might have a lot of labour, but you've got to have the materials for it. Or if you have a lot of materials, you've got to have the labour to put it together. Well, it's the same as our bodies. We really do need both. So, but why do we need nutrition, you may well ask? Well, our soils have been over-farmed. This means our plants are depleted of nutrients. And if we eat those sick nutrients, well, we ourselves are going to get sick. Stands to reason. The product is a whole food-based micronutrient supplement that provides optimum support for cellular health and wellness. It's designed to work in tandem with the ASEA redox. It has three major qualities. One, the quality of the ingredients. There are no synthetics. It's 100% organic plant-based and it's made from whole foods. It's important that it's made from whole foods. If, say, you want to take vitamin C to perhaps help you to avoid getting a cold, some people just take straight ascorbic acid. But I can tell you that doesn't do as much good as taking perhaps the whole fruit, such as an orange, because the rest of the fruit helps you to absorb the vitamin C that's within it. So you're much better to have whole fruits than just that part of the, like the vitamin C or vitamin D or whatever in it. Number two, the biodiversity of the ingredients. It doesn't make sense to just have one fruit or vegetable. Products are sourced from ancient plants and sea vegetation in the pristine areas. Let's talk about the ancient plants first. If you go into a greengrocer shop and you say buy a tomato, that tomato has been genetically ranged so that it can stand travel and doesn't bruise and probably lasts longer. And whereas the original tomatoes, way back when they were gathered in South America, I believe would be far more nutritious than the ones we have today, because they're not based on nutrition. They're based on the colour of the plant, where it looks nice and where it can travel well. And the sea vegetation, and the sea vegetation in these tablets come from pristine areas such as the oceans around Iceland. The bioavailability of the ingredients. Now, most vitamins are too difficult to digest. If you take a multivitamin tablet that you get from a health food or chemist shop, you'd be lucky, honestly, if your system absorbed more than 5% of it. But with the special way that these products are made, through a bioamplify absorption process, we get the most out of each product and we absorb closer to 100%. So let's have a look at it again in language we might understand a bit better. If we take 4 tablets a day, 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, that'll give us 100% of vitamins A, C, D3, B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12, and 100% of selenium, chromium, and manganese. 70% of vitamin E, 40% of calcium and zinc, 28% of iron, and 28% of magnesium. Having said all this, we can't sell it at this stage, but every distributor is able to get ASEA via source. They contain 24 whole superfoods. Let's find out what are those superfoods exactly are. They are alfalfa, barley grass, oatgrass, wheatgrass, pomegranates, raspberry, blackberry, grape, goji berry, cranberry, blueberry, blackcurrant, blackberry, acacia, sarsaparilla, chlorella, spirulina, broccoli, sea kelp, cabbage, kale, parsley, dandelion, and dulse. Now, I have a little bit of a testimony here that I'd like to share with you, but for quite some time, for about 2 years, and I had been to doctors to check it out, I've had a prostate problem. This, which is an enlarged prostate. Now, I happen to know, I was told that 80% of men my age have this, which means there's a huge market for this. And that meant that I was up 5 times a night, and I'd have to wait a fair time for the waterworks to get going. But so I found out that spirulina was a very good product to help prostate. So I bought some spirulina products from a health food store. I used up the whole bottle, but I didn't notice any change in myself whatsoever. And I think it's because of what I said before, that you only digest about 5% of what you get from those kind of stores. But after taking this product for only 2 weeks, my prostate problem finished. Now, and I wasn't doing anything else. I can't guarantee that's what caused it, but praise God, I don't have a prostate problem anymore. So let's see what we said. All this you get from just one bottle. They're certified organic, it's non-GMO, they're gluten-free, 100% vegan, patented absorption complex. Some people I know take a whole lot of different vitamin supplements. Well, here we are, it's all in the one bottle. So how much does the ASEA products cost? Well, you can join by doing different things, either by, say, 4 Renew tubes, and including shipping in the welcome kit, that will cost you $266. The welcome kit, by the way, includes printed and digital brochures, a Renew 28 sample tube, a ASEA drink mini bottle, ASEA website, the back office, position in the compensation plan, and what's mostly important, you can purchase future products at wholesale price. Or you might decide to get 4 ASEA bottles, and that price would be $259. Or you might say, well, actually I want both. I want both the tubes and the bottles, and with that, including 6 sample tubes, that price is $361. And the person who has introduced you to ASEA can tell you that there are many other possibilities too, such as entrepreneur packs. And like most organisations, the more you purchase, the cheaper they are per item. You know, they leave that to you and whatever your budget is. So without any more ado, we should say the disclaimer, which I will tell you.
This presentation has been brought to you by an independent ASEA associate and not ASEA the company. The ASEA product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or health.
And so with that, thank you very much. We hope you'll join the team, and we wish you better health, make money, and have lots of fun. So thank you for joining us, and if you've got any questions, let us know.